Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the United Community Channel. And we are back after a bit of a break. We're back with another transfer talk show, and plenty to talk about. Absolutely plenty to talk about. I've been away for a couple of weeks on holidays, so it's been a few days. But look, we've got plenty to talk about. Plenty of Manchester United transfer news. Anyone who's watching on YouTube can see I suppose the title is how much patience should Manchester United fans have when it comes to this transfer window. And I think it's a very I don't know, it's a very what's the word, it's a very apt question to be asking, really. I mean, as we see other clubs pressing forward with signings and pressing forward with making moves and deals being done. Manchester United, again, as we've seen throughout the last few years, we're just lacking. We tend to be slow. We haven't made any signings. But yeah, how much patience should Manchester United fans have? We're going to be talking about a lot of different players today. We're going to be talking about Christian Eriksen, Frankie De Jong, obviously, Vitina, Pau Torres, plenty to get into. So, like I said, feel free to smash a like on the video, guys. Feel free to share it with your friends, with anyone else, and yeah, we'll get into it. I suppose the easiest place to start is to start with, the main story we've had is Frankie De Jong, and this seems to be just going on and on and on and on for weeks. I think it's close to, is it close to 5 weeks since it was first mentioned, I think. And let's see who we have here. TikTok is on, says, it's our board and owners. Nothing's going to change when we still have all the goons in our club. And Jordan says we need players ASAP. So frustrating. Absolutely. Totally agree. But again, I mean, it just seems with Manchester United that things just drag on forever and a day. I mean, like, I think the Darwin Nunez scenario was so fitting in the case that Manchester United are linked with Darwin Nunez for 4, 5, 6 weeks, and Liverpool come in on the scene, and he's signed, sealed, and delivered within the space of 4 or 5 days. Manchester United are again struggling to get over the line, and look, I totally understand that Liverpool is a bigger draw, and I'm sure there is Liverpool people potentially in the chat here and watching, and I think Liverpool is the bigger draw. Obviously, they have Champions League football. They're a better team at the moment. They're challenging for silverware all round. But it's just the lack of clarity. The speed at which Manchester United are moving. That's so frustrating, more so than anything else. So I think that's what's frustrating fans more than anything. Let's see what people are saying here. Josh is in and says this story is going to drag until the end of the window, just like transfer windows in the past. We need lots of players, says King Mick. Man says trying to beg players to come to us is totally ridiculous. I totally agree there. How many players will United catch in before the end of the summer? Then Jordan says, I didn't want Nunez. We have Ronaldo. I need backup for him. So, look, in terms of some of them comments there, I think Man 212 was probably the one I'm going to get into here more so. And I totally understand what you're saying. And this goes back to Frankie De Jong and what he said last night in his interview. And let me just get it up here to make sure I quote it right. So he was asked obviously about the links with Manchester United, and he said, you're always flattered when teams show interest in you as a player, but I am at the biggest club in the world at the moment. I feel fine there, so no news. So, I mean, look, how do we read into this? He's still a Barcelona player. I think that's the main thing we have to remember here. He's still a Barcelona player, so he's not going to come out and speak highly of Manchester United and say they're the greatest team in the world and things like that. So obviously he's going to have to say what he said, given the fact that he's a Barcelona player. I think this is him basically saying he does want to stay at Barcelona. He is, desperate to stay at Barcelona. But on the flip side of that, I totally agree, man, what you're saying there in terms of we shouldn't have to beg players to come, and, we shouldn't. I totally agree. You want to have players that want to play for your club. However, I do think that if he does come, I think he would be professional. He would fit into the club, and he wouldn't be an Angel Di Maria, for example, and look to get out 4, 5, 6 months down the line. So I'm not too worried about that. But again, I totally understand what you're saying. We shouldn't have to be begging players to come to the club. Let's see what other people are saying here. We are Man United. Players should be dying to join us. Yeah, I understand 100%. But again, it's easy there as well. Sorry, who said that? Irish lad. It's easy to say that as a United fan, but I totally agree. Obviously, I'm a United fan. So, I think we would all give anything to play for Manchester United. But a lot of these foreign players, Manchester United, some of these players, well, a lot of these players that, say, Manchester United are looking to sign have been maybe born post 2000. So they would have been 11, 12 maybe when Manchester United last won the league. So, they don't maybe remember the Manchester United that, say, the rest of us know when we were dominating for 15, 20 years. So there can be a lot of, variety and variables there, what I would say. Connor says, if you could have prime Roy Keane or prime Vieira in your current Man United team, it'd be Roy Keane all day. Roy Keane is my hero growing up, so I wouldn't have it any other way. Amy is in. Good to see you, Amy. Paul says we need to sign players quick. We do. Rona says thoughts on Basuma to Spurs. I don't really have an interest. I think Spurs will sign well, and I think they will. I'd be tipping Spurs to easily get into the top 4 next year. Martin says, what do you know about this Vitana player? He is someone that I was going to discuss, so we might as well get into him now that you asked about it, Martin. He does seem like a good player. Obviously, look, you see the highlights of players when they're linked to your club, to the likes of Manchester United and things like that. So you do see all of that. But I've been looking at some of his stats online, and they do look decent. I won't lie. He was on loan with Wolves. And obviously he went back to Porto. Now his stats this season, let me just have a quick check of him here now because I had him up. So he played 47 games in all competitions, scored 4 goals with 5 assists. Now he's basically a defensive midfielder, so I mean they are good numbers. His job, I would partly guess, is not to maybe create. It's more so to defend and break down play, and maybe start play from where he is. So, to get 4 goals and 5 assists, I think are good numbers. But again, there has been talks that he is potentially going to be the backup to Frankie de Jong, and if we don't sign Frankie de Jong, he's the player we're going to go for. And I think that them kind of reports are a bit wide of the mark. The reason I think that is because he's a different player to Frankie de Jong. He plays a different kind of central midfield role. He's more of an out-and-out CDM, whereas Frankie de Jong is more so a central midfielder, slightly more forward, and closing down opposition in the opposition's half more so than in our own half. So I don't think the reports that he's going to be an alternative to Frankie de Jong. I'd see him nearly more so as a direct replacement for the likes of Nemanja Matic, for example. So, but he does look like a player, and Ten Hag likes young, hungry players. That's what he is. So, I wouldn't be against the signing at all. Why would anyone want to come to us? We're absolutely awful right now. The nostalgia is gone. Yeah, well, look, I mean, we do have to stay positive. I totally agree. But, again, it's we have to stay positive, and I think we do have to give the anyone who's watching on YouTube, and by the way, anyone that's on TikTok, if you want to go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel, we're United Community Channel as well over there. Go over and give us a subscribe. We're trying to get our numbers up there as well. The title on YouTube is How Much Patience Should United Fans Have? Now look, it's only early days in the transfer window, and look, I know I know we've been linked to players now for 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks in some cases, and I mean, there is work being done in the background, and as much as it's as tough as it is to say, United are not a big draw at the moment. We really aren't, and we're not in the Champions League. We're in Europa League. So whoever is going to come to us, if we do sign a big name like Sir Frankie De Jong, for example, they're going to have to be sold the long term plan by Ten Hag. So I think that's what's important, and I think they're the kind of players you want. You want players who are going to buy into this long term goal and long term plan that Ten Hag hopefully has, and I think that's going to be very important in terms of the players that we sign. So absolutely. Mr. FIFA guy says Ericsson. Yeah, I'm going to get into Ericsson now in a moment as well. Owen is in, say, where will you finish next season, Jacko? To be honest with you, Owen, obviously top four is the goal. Would I take top six and win the Europa League? Absolutely, because it would still mean we're in the Champions League next year. So I'd be happy with top six. I think Champions League is important, regardless of how we get it. If you offered me now, would I like top four or would I like top six with the Europa League? I'd take the Europa League and top six, because having a trophy and a medal around players' necks just gives them that kind of boost and that confidence that they need. So that's what I'd be happy with. Superfast says, feel drained. United ruined most transfers and dragged them out for ages. No excitement. Yeah, I do agree with you on that one, Superfast. But on the flip side of that is that if something is being dragged out for so long, and it is, there's talks and talks, when the signing does happen, it can be quite exciting. Let's see what else we're saying here. JJ Keller says, do you like Nunez, the player Liverpool got? I think he's a good player. Yeah, I do. I think he's going to be top notch. I think there's going to be an awful lot of pressure on him, though, because he's so similar to Haaland, in terms of stature, in terms of how he plays, the way he moves. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on him that way, but I do think he will get goals. Will he? Here's one for anyone who's watching. Do you think, now we could, right, let's put the three of them in order here. So if we take the trees, let's take City, Liverpool and United. Who do you think is going to, outscore? Who's going to be 1, 2 and 3 in terms of goals? We'll go Ronaldo, Haaland and Nunez. Let us know in the chat what you think. Superfast said, I watch all the Dutch Nations League and De Jong is a Rolls Royce midfielder. Class to watch. Yep, absolutely agree there. Man says 99 or 2000, 2018, which was better? Tough call. Oh, that is a very tough call. I'll get back to you on that one. Johnny says, he said after the Wales game he was at the best club in the world. I'd say forget it, Frankie lad. Yeah, look, and I just said that as well, Johnny. It's something maybe that he will always come out and say, but look, who knows? He could be saying that in 12 months' time as a Man United player as well. So look, we just don't know. Smash a like on the video, guys, as well if you haven't done so. Especially on TikTok as well. We're nearly up to 1,000 likes. Tap that screen there, and we'll go. And obviously hit a follow as well. Martin is after leaving a gift there as well. 3 soccer balls. I appreciate that as well, Martin. And he says, I think the We Are United players should want to come to us. History means nothing now in football. Yeah, I agree, especially with there's younger players coming through all the time. Bruno says Nunez is better than Haaland in my opinion, and then Irish lad says earlier the business the better. And Lee Laird says, who do you want first game? I don't want Liverpool or City. Anything outside of that and I'm happy, to be quite honest with you. Martin says we need to knuckle down. It's going to be a long road back to the top. Trust the process. Yeah, I agree. We do need to have patience. Absolutely, Martin. I mean, getting Ten Hag in the door and, giving him the platform to actually build a team. We're not going to build a team in one summer. Absolutely no way. It's going to take the bones of 18 months to 2 years before he has a team in his own image. So we do need to have a lot of patience. JJ says City and the Pool already made their big signings How long do United wait? They need to make a statement. Yeah, they do. And look, I don't think we're going to be making as big statements as the likes of Haaland and Nunez. You know, De Jong would be our one if we can get it over the line. But outside of that, we're not going to be going for top tier players like that because we just don't have Champions League football. Dottie says, do you think there's any way for Mason to come back? And a lot of Twitter whispers. Do not listen to any of them Twitter whispers, to be honest with you. I don't listen to him at all. He's under police investigation, and until that's over, there's going to be absolutely no way. And even if he is found innocent, I still think it's going to be hard for him to come back and play for Manchester United. I just do. I think from a PR point of view, from Manchester United, I think it would be just easier for them to cut their losses. But an awful shame. Joe says Nunez or Haaland. Haaland, then Nunez, says JJ Keller. Liam says Haaland will score 30 plus league goals. Yeah, I don't think he'll be far off on that as well. Haaland, Nunez, Ronaldo, says Dottie. Irish lad says Haaland 1, Ronaldo 2, provided he gets the delivery, absolutely. And then Nunez 3. And then let's see what else people are saying here. MUFCM16 says, still shocked we haven't even signed one player yet. Yeah, it is. But look, again, let's have patience. There's a lot to go. The one thing I do hope is that we do have the majority of our players in before the start of pre-season. And that's coming around fast. You know, I think, what do we have? I think they're heading on pre-season tour, I think, in 3 weeks' time. So it's going to be close. Man says Haaland a pure monster, he will destroy defences. User says Nunez is nowhere near Haaland. And then even you says, do you think we can get Anthony and Timber in at some time? I do think we are going to sign at least one of them. I just don't like. They're the two that I can't understand why they're taking so long. They're the two that are kind of annoying me more than anything else, because they just seem like easy deals. Ajax are willing to sell. Manchester United want both players. It's probably just down to pennies on the pound, really, and how much United want to pay. So I wouldn't be surprised if United in the next maybe week or so just go out and just say, oh look, just give us, if it's Timber or Anthony that they're going for first, look, how much do you want here? Just take it, because we need some. I suppose we need some positivity around the transfer window at the moment. Let's see what other people are saying here. We haven't even dropped the new kit yet. We're way behind. Well, the new kit has been dropped. It's just not available at the moment. I'm actually looking forward to it coming out. I'm going to do a raffle for one, so I'm going to be giving one away. So anybody who's both subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is United Community Channel as well, and who follows me on TikTok, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and I'm going to be giving away one of the new Manchester United kits once they come out. We're going to do it before the first week of the season, and hopefully whoever wins it can maybe send me a picture or something. We can share it on our TikTok of them with the prize and stuff like that. So make sure you're following on TikTok, and make sure you go over to United Community Channel and hit subscribe on that as well, because we're going to be giving it away to people who are subscribed to both. Dottie says, any chance of Rice? No hope. He's too expensive. United are not going to blow all of their transfer budget basically on one player, Dottie. I don't think it's going to happen, to be quite honest. Vincent said, look, no disrespect, but how long must we be patient? We dying here in South Africa, wait and change. But yeah, look, I understand, Vincent. It is tough going, and I think once we get one signing in the door, it will take the pressure off. We're just waiting on that one signing to come in, and once it comes in, I think the fan base will kind of relax a little and say, okay, do you think we can get Anthony and Timber? Do you think we can get UEFA Champions League football next season? I would certainly hope so. That comes in from W11. But like I said earlier, I would take top 6 and winning the Europa League next year over taking top 4, because we will in that way we'll win a trophy and we'll also get into the Champions League. So that's the way I would like to do it in an ideal scenario. Luke Maguire says, if they're smart they wouldn't join. Vincent says, is United even scouting in South America for any talent, and why are we buying older players? I'm sure they are. United do have scouts all over the world, but it's going to be interesting. Superfast says, look at Madrid and how they operate. We need to be like that. Champions League, and then sign Tchouaméni. Absolutely. I think Tchouaméni was basically done before the Champions League. JJ Keller says City and the Pool have taken this game to the next level. Incredible football. Both teams a joy to watch. They are. I have to say, as much as, I'm not a City or Liverpool fan, the football they play is amazing. It really is. It's absolutely great to see. User 422 says, come on, the tune. The tune. I tell you, the tune will be... let me know, user 422. Where do you think? Where would you be happy with Newcastle finishing next season? Top half, top six. Let us know what you think. That young Collins lad played great for Ireland last night. He did. He had a great game. In fairness to him. Thomas says, "How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, Thomas." Let's see. Paul says Rice wants Chelsea. Yep, that's true. Daniel says we're allergic to signing CDMs by the way. It certainly looks like it, but we do need one. I think we'll go all out for it. But I'm just afraid that we spend too much time on one, and then, by the time we can't get him, then we have no backups. Dylan says that's my 4 main targets. Let's see what other people are saying. Barry says don't want De Jong at all after his comments. Let me see. Don't want to have his comments about Barca being the biggest club in the world. He has to say that. He's playing at Barca, you know what I mean? He'll be saying it for United in 12 months' time, hopefully. JH TikToky says, it's a joke how we've done no business. We are not closing the gap. It's getting bigger to the top 2. It certainly is at the moment, given the fact that Liverpool and City have signed players and we haven't. So it definitely has grown. But anyway, guys, look, great to see so many in. Make sure you smash a like on the video there. We're at 1,500 likes. Smash a like on it, get us up to maybe 2,000 there. Enjoying the chat tonight, and as well go over, like I said, to our YouTube channel. We're United Community Channel over there. We do a lot of videos about transfers, and we'll be doing watch-alongs once the season starts as well, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Let's see. Young says, what do you think of any chances for Middlesbrough? I'm not 100% sure. I didn't read that correctly. Paul says, taking way too long to do business this summer. Yeah, absolutely. Don't want De Jong after comments. Barry says, hard to sign top players when we're not in the Champions League, says absolute beginner. Yeah, I agree there 100%. Jim is in, says, how are you, bro? Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for joining us. Let's see what other people are saying. Just want to make sure I don't miss out on anyone. Let's see. Would De Jong not just turn out like Pogba? He's not really looking like he wants to come to United. Well, to be honest with you, I don't think he would. He seems like a good pro, in fairness to him, and he has played under Ten Hag before, so I don't think Ten Hag would allow him to. I think he has too good of a relationship with Ten Hag to actually go that way. Wendy is in, says, hi, good to see you, Wendy. Martin says, problem with throwing money and big contracts to overrated players. Yeah, I agree with you there as well. Martin says, I'd say we have 3 signing players by the end of next week. Hopefully, Martin, I'd certainly hope so. If you said to me now, would we get the 2 players from Ajax, Anthony and Timber, and then maybe, obviously, De Jong would be a great one. But if you give me the 2 Ajax players and say Eriksen, I'd be happy, and then, at least that would take the pressure away from actually continuing on looking to sign the likes of De Jong, Let's see. Kamer says, what does he say here? He's another fan cam wannabe. No, I just like talking about soccer, Kamer. If you don't like it, just keep scrolling, my friend. Esav FX says, our club is a mate. De Jong doesn't want us. Timber is likely to stay at Ajax, lost out on Nunez. That would be a tough summer if all of them happen. I really hope we get 1 or 2 of them. But I know what you're saying, 100%. Big Burnt says, how did you get that framed jersey? It's not a framed jersey. This is actually a green screen. So it's not real. You can see my hands kind of half disappearing. So look. It's a green screen. So it's not actually a real jersey. Thanks for it's good to know that. It actually looks good though. Barry says, can't call Barca the biggest and then call United the biggest a week later. I know you can't, 100%. Let's see. Luke says, when United announcing Nunez, I presume Luke is a Liverpool fan. Let's see. Harry Kane is the best player in England, says, bring it on down. He's not far off it, absolutely. Fantastic player. But I don't think he's the kind of player United are going to be going for, just in terms of age. I think, given what Ten Hag is looking to build in terms of a young, hungry team that's going to be there ready in maybe 2 or 3 seasons' time, I don't think Harry Kane is going to fit that mould. Uh, Kill Bilton says Anthony a weird signing for United. Ajax fans are happy to get rid. Very poor attitude, but he's a good player though. That's the only thing. Look, he's going to be interesting. I can understand what you're saying. He has that kind of puss on him all the time, going around. Looks like he's sulking, but he is certainly a good player. JJ says, I still think Ferguson left Moyes with a dying team. It was not fair. Moyes is all heart great manager. I agree. I said at the start. I actually said it the season Ferguson was leaving, when he announced he was going to leave. I was saying we're in big trouble. We have a very old team here now and not too much good young players coming through. So I agree with you there, JJ. Dr. Ducky says, is Dalot good enough for the right back position? He does need to improve. He's not at the level of the likes of Reece James or Kyle Walker or these kind of players. He does need to improve. But hopefully Ten Hag can improve him. Ten Hag is renowned for improving new players. So absolutely. Great to see so many guys, so many people in, guys. Make sure you keep smashing that like button there. We'll try and get the likes up to 3,000 there. Keep the comments coming. Plenty of comments. They're starting to flow in now, so I don't know how many of them I'll actually be able to go through. Let's see. Daver says, need 2 midfielders. Eriksen would need to be part of the 2 new midfielders. Yeah, I'd like to see Eriksen signed. He was someone I was going to mention. Even my water bottle is Manchester United. But yeah, Eriksen. I think Eriksen would be a good bit of business. He's a fantastic player, great experience. I don't think he's going to play 35 games a season or anything, but absolutely, if United are looking to build a squad, because we're going to have so many players leaving this summer, absolutely, Eriksen on a free is an absolute no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Let's see what other people are saying here. Simon says, I think we will be buying players, definitely them 2 from Ajax. De Jong and Eriksen will definitely come. What are we expecting tomorrow from the De Jong talks? Says Frank. I don't know, to be honest. It's been dragging on for so long now, Frank. It's hard to actually put a Jack, thanks for the gift there. It's so hard to actually put a pin in something and say this is what's going to happen. It's been going on now. Frankie De Jong supposedly is gone on holidays and he's fairly relaxed about the whole scenario. So let's just see what kind of deal Manchester United can do. But in a way, I do kind of like the fact that they're not being held to ransom either and paying over the odds for him. Let's see what other people are saying. Taffy says, when United going to start buying? Who knows? Hopefully as soon as we can, Taffy. Esav says, Anthony, bad attitude. Timber is a terrible ball playing centre back. De Jong is only a progressor. Frank says, he says it again there, sorry, yeah, we read that out, Frank. Let's see, Barry says, give us a brief summary of your, thanks for the gift, Jack, give us a brief summary of your potential FPL squad, Fantasy Premier League. I'm going to do a video on it. I haven't even looked at it yet, to be honest. I'm only back from my holidays. I'm going to sit down maybe during the week and do a video on it. Maybe do a live and we'll see. But I haven't even looked at it yet, Barry, to be honest. Martin says, why not have them signed by next week? International's over now. I'd be more annoyed if we didn't. Yeah, I agree 100%. Let's see. Get Eriksen in, no brainer. Let's see, to be an Irish Burnley fan, Nathan Collins' goal meant so much yesterday. Yeah, absolutely, Patrick. Yeah, great. Unbelievable goal. King says, what do you think of Bazunu to Southampton? I think it'd be good for him to get the game time, absolutely. He's not going to get in ahead of Ederson at Manchester City, so absolutely. Let's see, were you gutted to lose Nunez to Liverpool? I wasn't overly gutted. I would have liked him to sign for Manchester United, LK, but I think he's going to be a good signing for Liverpool, absolutely, and I think Klopp will get the best out of him without a doubt. United the type of club to get Dani Alves in a free and give him 300k a week. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Let's see what other people are saying. Plenty of comments here, guys. I don't know if we'll be able to get through them all, but let's see what people are saying. Esav says United should go with Mazu, I can't pronounce that word, Timber and De Jong at number 9 in the window alone. 120 million too little. Yeah, absolutely. Finn CPF says Eriksen as a number 10, Fernandes and De Jong in midfield. Yeah, I would say that Eriksen is probably coming in as not a backup to Fernandes, but probably in the same position that Fernandes plays in. but he does have that bit of. I mean, Eric Ten Hag is all about keeping possession, not giving the ball away. And Fernandez this season has been giving the ball away so much, so he's gonna have his work out to stay in the team. Let's see. Let's see. How is your middle gonna look next season? Who knows? I mean, who can we sign? That's the question. What do you reckon of the Darwin Nunez transfer? Says Connor. Again, look, disappointed he didn't sign for Manchester United, and he's going to a rival in Liverpool. But look, we do have the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game, still playing up front and still banging them in. So let's see how we get on. Finn says, can't go wrong in bringing Marcelo in for a season from Real Madrid for right back, much better than Dalot. Well, he is a left full though. That's the only thing. Lad, thoughts on Skriniar? To be honest, I like Skriniar. So I don't know how to pronounce it, Brian, but Skriniar, yeah. Anytime in the last couple of years that I've been playing, say, FIFA, Career Mode, or Football Manager, and like that, I've always bought him. He's been brilliant. And I watch a bit of the Serie A sometimes, and he does seem like a very good player. So I'd be all for it. Davish, thanks for the rose. JJ Keller says, I'm a Pool fan and don't disrespect any club. United are a massive club. Best of luck in the season, my friend. Yeah, appreciate it, JJ. Look, and like that's what I say. Look, I mean, this is a Man United channel, but like Liverpool fans, City fans, Chelsea fans are all welcome here. And as long as there's no hate being given out here, or there's no there's no one disrespecting anyone, a bit of banter is all good. I've no problem with that. So absolutely, everyone is more than welcome. Ryan says we'll agree a fee tomorrow for De Jong. Watch. Jeez, I hope you're right, Ryan. So I do. Let's see. Let's see. You planning on going to many games next season? Fixtures out tomorrow, says Killian. Killian, I'm on the season ticket waiting list for the last 5 years for Manchester United and I haven't got one. But this year they've announced season tickets for cup competitions, and I'm after getting 2 of them. So myself and a friend of mine were guaranteed the 3 Europa League games, the 3 home Europa League games, and then any home games that we get drawn in the FA Cup and in the Carabao Cup, we're guaranteed tickets for that as well. And it was £110 for that season ticket, so I'm delighted. So I'll be going to at least 3 games this year. So I'm going to do maybe some lives, some content on the channel when we go over, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Dylan says, listen, Ericsson will be great, but De Jong is perfect. We need to just pay 80 million, in my opinion. Yeah, well, look, I mean, I'd be all out for getting him. So, let's see. De Jong, Ericsson, and Tabby Abraham and Jorian Timber, says Pete. Sorry, Skriniar was linked with United. He should be a good replacement for one of the centre backs. Yeah. What do you think of Bissouma to Spurs? Yeah, we answered that one already. What do you think of the new 3 kits? I think the home kit is atrocious. I think the away kit, the white one, is absolutely beautiful, and I think the yellow one is just alright. But yeah, I'll be getting the home and away one. But like I said, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, guys, for anyone who's just joined. And that's coming on. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away the new Manchester United jersey, and all you have to do is follow us on TikTok, and you also have to go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is also called United Community Channel. So I'm going to be maybe doing the draw. I'll let you know closer to the time, but more than likely I'll be doing it maybe a week or 2 before the start of the season, and then whoever wins, I'll pick it at random. I'll send it to the person. Send me back maybe a picture with the jersey on. We'll do it. We'll put it up on our TikTok and on our YouTube channels and stuff like that as well. So make sure you follow us on TikTok. Make sure you go over to YouTube and make sure you subscribe there as well. And I'll be doing that draw as well. So yeah, it'll be a brand new, Manchester United jersey for the lucky winner. So let's see what other people are saying. We'll wrap up now in a minute, but we're weak in the window and will be for a few years to come. Top 4 battle next 3-4 seasons. I agree with you there, Apple. Like Apple user, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but we just need them couple of signings that take us into that level, maybe into the top 4, hopefully this year, if not maybe next season. And once that's secure, then hopefully sign 1 or 2 more players then to be challenging, So Let's see. What other people are saying? We missed out on Basuma. 30 million is a steal. Premier League proven, just what United needed. Yeah, I agree, Keith. I think he would have been a good signing. Again, Daniel Levy knows his stuff and he gets it done quick. So, yeah, off to Spurs he goes. Let's see. How many goals will Liverpool score against you next season? Says Lord. Well, as long as it's less than what they did last season, it's an improvement. Mario says Man United need to spend 100 million on 4 or 5 players. Yeah, I agree, Mario. Absolutely. Keep smashing that like button, guys. We'll try and get up to maybe 7,000 before we end. We're at just under 6,000 at the moment, so keep smashing that like button. I really appreciate it. Anyone that's in on YouTube as well, make sure you hit a like on the video as well. Alan is in and says, alright Jack, hope you're well, buddy. Good to see you, Alan. Thanks for joining us on YouTube there as well. Appreciate it. Let's see what other people are saying. Brendan says we're missing Alex Ferguson big time. We've been missing him for 10 years now. At this rate of United, I would see the next 20 years we get relegated. Jesus, I hope that doesn't happen. Who do you think Man United should sign? Says user. Yeah, we went through all of that already. Let's see what other people are saying. I can see English teams dominating Champions League next year. What do you think? Yeah, I agree, JJ. Absolutely. I mean, Liverpool, obviously Liverpool and City are the 2 top teams in the world. I know Real Madrid won the Champions League and beat you guys, Liverpool, but it was an upset. Let's call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Liverpool are the better team. The last poet is in as well. On YouTube, he says we are falling far behind after City getting Haaland and Poole getting Nunez. Yeah, I agree with you there, poet. It's, we just need that one signing to come in, and hopefully we can kick on then after that and continue to make them. Inga John is after sending the football as a gift. I appreciate the gift. Thanks a lot. Let's see what other people are saying. It's all about City next season, says user 490. Do you think United will sign anyone? Says Marushan. I do. We will. Of course, we'll sign someone. Absolutely. It's getting a bit jittery, the fact that we haven't got anyone yet. So Celtic FC fan says, do you like Celtic? I do. I was at him a few years back before COVID. We went to an away game to Celtic. Who were they playing? Dundee United. We played away. So yeah, I do. Unfortunately, we were yesterday's men, says Tom. Dembele to Chelsea, says RNG. What do you think of Eriksen being linked? It says Mario. I think he'd be a great signing, shrewd bit of business. I think it'd be a great deal done. Go get Tonali, Inacho. I can't pronounce them two. Timber and Bellingham, says Duff. Jeez, that would be a great. That would be a great transfer window without a shadow of a doubt. What do you think Nunez will do next season for us? Says Kieran. I think it'd be good. I mean, I think he'll get into double figures easily. Will he get more than 20? Let's see. I don't know. He's got 30-something goals in the Portuguese league, but in terms of translating that into, who knows? You just don't know with a new signing coming into the Premier League what they're going to do, but he's certainly a good player. People won't realise how strong United will be with Mabry, Garner and a few others coming through, says OSCY. Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, we do have some good talent coming in, absolutely. It's just how they're bred into the team, and we need to get the players around them to allow them to flourish. Let's see what other people are saying. Apple user says, here's one for you. Do you think, what do you make of Maguire? I think he has to go. Shocking player. Look, I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United. 100%. He's a squad player at best. And I think that's why United are pushing so hard for centre-back, really. So, yeah, I think it's... I don't see a long-term future at Manchester United for Maguire. Absolutely not. Camavinga or Pedri? I love Camavinga. Bessa. I think Camavinga is a fantastic player. Who's Man United got their eyes on? Do you know, mate? Well, look, I mean, the 2 players from Ajax, Anthony Timber, Eriksen, De Jong, and this new chap. Then what's his name? Pronounce his name. Vitana. Keep the likes coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. We're nearly at 6,500 likes. We'll get to 7,000 before we end, hopefully. Celtic fan says you sound like you're from Cork. I'm from Dublin, D12. No, I'm actually from Kilkenny. So De Jong isn't happening, is it? Says Fork. It's going. I don't know. Who knows whether it's happening or not? I do think we'll know within the next 3 or 4 days whether it is happening or not. Though I do think. Tielemans to Arsenal, says Ufa. Let's see, Ronaldo or Zidane. Which Ronaldo? Interested FC. Let's see what other reviews saying. Never seen you at any away game, kid, says Skirnup. Let's see. I'm gonna try and get to a away game now, a United away game this year, because I have, now that I got the cup season ticket, I have priority access to away game tickets as well. Thanks for the gift, Lil. Appreciate it. De Jong won't come to United. Let's see what other people are saying. What about Maguire? Has to go, surely a liability. I think United need centre midfield, CDM, centre back, right back. What do you think, says user? I agree, 100%. Absolutely, I agree with you. And Ken Robinson says, I think United will stay up next year. I hope so, Ken. You're probably a Liverpool fan, but you're more than welcome. We encourage a bit of banter in this on this page, so you're more than welcome. But yeah, I think we will stay up. Mario says, man, you had a centre back that was on loan at Hull. He looked okay. Maradona or Pele? Maradona. Do you think Rashford will be any good this season? Well, in terms of Rashford, Kieran, he has one more season, and if he doesn't turn around his performances, I think it's time to go. But look, obviously Ten Hag is an admirer of him. He wants him as part of his plans for next year. So absolutely, I'd be all for him one more season. But he needs to get his act together. Let's see. Yeah. So let me have it. Thanks for all the likes, guys. I really appreciate it, and people sharing the live as well. And we're up to 7,000 likes, so I really do appreciate it. Let me just check YouTube here one more time. Orest is in. Good to see you, Orest, man. Thanks for joining us. Big up to you, pal. But guys, look, I think that's going to be it. We're after having a great chat there. We're on TikTok and on YouTube. Plenty of great comments after coming in. I really appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the follows. Like I said, anyone who's only just joining or anything like that, just so you don't miss out, we're going to be doing a giveaway. When the new Manchester United jersey is out, I'm going to be giving a brand new Man United jersey away. All you need to do is follow on TikTok and subscribe to the YouTube channel. They're both United community channels. So make sure you go over, subscribe to YouTube, follow us on TikTok. I'll be doing a random draw, maybe a week or two before the start of the season. Like I said, I'll post the jersey wherever you are in the world. I'll get it to you. And you can maybe send me a picture back with the jersey on. We'll get it up on our TikTok and stuff like that. So make sure you're following us on YouTube. You're following us on TikTok, subscribing on YouTube. And we're going to be potentially going live again. We'll do our Friday night transfer talk show again. So we'll see you on Friday. And I mean, look, I'm just counting down the time for pre-season. Get some pre-season games in. We'll get our watch-alongs going again on YouTube. So anyone that's on TikTok can get over to our YouTube, subscribe to us there. You won't miss any of the watch-alongs as well. We do have some great watch-alongs, some great laughs, and some funny things to do. So yeah, guys, look, I really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in. Thanks for all the likes, shares, subscribes, follows, and everything like that. We'll be back on again at 7:30 on Friday. So make sure you tune in either on YouTube or TikTok.